Good evening, everybody. This is exciting. And guess what? I didn't realize how much I depended on Jackie because she totally controls all of the Zooms and does all the recordings and all the everythings. And so this was my first that I did it all by myself. So yay, we made it. We made it. So we all get I get to learn in front of all of you. So that's good. But tonight, guys, I'm very excited because Terry is leaving. Actually, he's leaving Bible study, walking up the steps, trying to get to his place so that he can hop on here with us. But I wanted to talk just a moment before he came on because, as you all know, we just launched an incredible greens product that we had early on, but then we ran out. So we reformulated it, repackaged it so that we could reintroduce it. And I got mine today. And if y'all have seen my stories, you saw me making it, and it absolutely is amazing. It tasted great. It dissolved perfectly. And I added my fix and my fit in my greens, and it was amazing. So when you guys get your product in, you can do it by itself. I know Gloria does hers and is going to be doing hers in her shake. John, I think you just did yours in water, but guys, it's got 40 whole foods in it. So this is a big deal, a really big deal, because I don't know if any of you on the Zoom tonight actually eat all the fruits and vegetables you need, but I did not. If you did, raise your hand. Oh, look at that. Yeah, come on now. Of course. So there's some people that, yes, I just saw they obviously eat way more than fruits and vegetables. Must be a little steak in there somewhere too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, we're really excited, and I'm going to go first to Georgia. Gloria got hers, I believe. What was it, Gloria? Yesterday,
Yes,
and she
yes.
loved it because she actually came from a company who had greens, and we got to compare the two lists of the ingredient deck, and it was pretty amazing at how powerful our MPG greens were. So Gloria, would you just kind of share with everybody how excited you are and your take on the greens?
Well, I was excited to get them. They showed up about 7 o'clock last night. UPS finally got here, and like you said, Karen, I've been drinking greens for over 10 years, and I was amazed at the fact when I compared the two. I did not realize that the one that I've been drinking for the last 10 years had a ton of fillers in it. I mean, there was a whole list of things at the bottom that I was like, I didn't realize I was drinking all that. And then I looked at the MPG ingredient list and none of those fillers were on there. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I was impressed with the flavor. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can mix this. You could mix it with water, you could mix it with a shake. I'm glad to hear that you say you mixtures with the fit, because I was thinking, the fit and the greens would probably be good together, and you can put the fix in there. And so, I mean, there's so many different ways you can mix it up. But I mean, it was pretty impressive. The stack of ingredients in there are some of the best. Is actually the best I've seen. I didn't think anything could be any better than what I had, but it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. When you compared, I remember when Gloria looked at, she said, I didn't realize I was putting all that stuff in my body before. So when we got these, yes, guys, it's so clean. It is, like I said, 40 whole foods plus pre and probiotics. So it's just, I'm very excited about it. So I had mine
It
twice today.
it was also very light tasting too. I mean, it didn't have a strong taste to it. And you could taste a little bit of the fruity flavor in it. So you could mix it with things like coconut milk, almond milk, coconut water. There's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, when I put my fix in it this afternoon, I was shocked because it tasted really good. And so being able to have my greens, my fix, and my fit all in one huge glass, it was pretty impressive. I loved it. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you, Gloria, as always. Okay, now let's go up to Vancouver, Canada. If you would, John, unmute yourself. I know you got yours yesterday as well, right?
Yeah, it was actually I believe I got it on Friday,
Yeah, you did.
and
Yep.
I've had 3 days to enjoy them so far, and I didn't really know that we were going to talk about this, but look what I have right here. It is
Uh-huh.
delicious, and I gotta say, the first thing I noticed was it's got this great packaging. They all come in in the little paquettes, which is really handy. You can throw them in your purse, throw them in your pocket. And the first thing I did when I ripped one open was I smelled it. And right then, I mean, you can smell the goodness. You can smell I mean, you can smell that it is a delicious, nutritious product. And it didn't let me down. I just put it in a glass and turned on my water on my tap. We got good water here in Vancouver, and I just put it on spray, stuck it underneath, mixed right up. I didn't have to put a spoon in it. I didn't have to take a mixer to it. I added some my Kangen cold Kangen water to it from the fridge. You cool it down a little bit, and it just tastes fantastic. And now what I'm doing is I'm also adding in. I have a collagen product that I use, and it doesn't have any taste to it. So I just toss it right in with this, and I'm getting the goodness from my collagen, the goodness from my greens, all at the same time.
It's amazing. That is so good. And guys, another thing that I'm so excited about is it's only $49.95 for a 30-day supply. And so basically, I said, hey, we all need to add the greens to our auto ship
Mm.
because we can PHIX our greens every day, right? And then guess what that does? It literally will increase your binary check 50%. So that was exciting. I was like, me and my number head, it's like, oh my goodness gracious, that's going to increase everybody's checks, your binary check 50%. That is a huge, huge, huge big deal to all of us. So I'm excited, not to mention that we're going to be more healthy and get all of those greens that we need every day. So did anyone else on get their sample pack yet or their actual greens? Anybody? Nope. Wow. You guys are just the lucky two or lucky three. Anybody looking? You see anybody, Kindle? Oh, Rose, you got yours. Have you tried it yet? Will you share your thoughts with us?
I'm
Rose
super
is
excited, but I have not tasted it yet because I just got the package in the mail. So I can't wait to open it up.
That's awesome. I can't wait for you too, because this beautiful woman is a minister and she's also a mother of nine beautiful children. And so I'm sure you probably don't get your all of your greens every single day and all the fruits you need with all those babies and your mission and your
Right. And I'm
goodness.
excited, Karen, for all my kids to drink it, to make a smoothie for my kids. So this is going to be something we're going to be stocking up on for sure.
Yes, that's so amazing. I'm very excited. Someone said the other day, "Why are you so excited?" I said, "I don't know. I think because I just know I've never really done all the greens that I needed because this, especially when you're building a big business, you get busy and the sometimes those things get kind of tossed to the side, and so you're just hustling to try to keep up with your schedule, and that's where I've been. But very fortunate because after you drink these greens, I will say this: you literally know you drink them. That's really weird. I've never drank a greens drink before where I literally felt like I had just done something good to myself. Maybe it's psychological, but I'm convinced. So I can't wait for everybody to have them and they're going to be absolutely amazing. Kendall, is Terry on yet?
Yes.
Okay, I want to go ahead and bring Mr. Terry Camp on, guys. As you know, we do have some new people here, but Terry is my enroller. I'm very blessed. I get to have some of the best training that anyone could ever get. And it's right from this guy right here. He is the top money earner in our entire company. He is Crown Diamond. He is a pastor. He is a dad. He is a servant leader to not just his team, but everybody in the company. Terry absolutely makes a big difference in where our company is, where we're going. And I am grateful that I get to call him my friend. I'm grateful I get to learn from him. And I'm so grateful that he is my enroller. So, Mr. Terry Camp, if you would come on, and we're grateful that you're here because you know what? We all want to gather around your campfire because we know that you're definitely going to light a fire in every one of us because you do it every single day. And I'm so grateful for you. So take it away.
I appreciate that very much, young lady. And thank you so much for all you do. Good to have everybody here this evening. I want to touch on one thing real quick. Kayleen, I see your comment about the greens and, that they taste like greens. I'll just tell you, these don't taste like greens. I can tell you that. They're really good. And so, as a matter of fact, Karen, when we first started, so the greens we have, I mix them with a vanilla protein powder. I kid you not, it tastes like dessert. I would chug those things. I'm like, oh, man, this is so good. Couldn't figure out how they did it, but I didn't care. They taste really good.
They do, definitely.
And so I think, you hit the nail on the head, Karen, with the checks going up. It's important, gang, to understand we can lead with one product, but if all we ever talk about, focus on, ever share is one product, we're missing a lot. You miss the ability to have other people join. Your retention numbers will go up if more people are trying more products. Your income will go up because volume goes up. It's really simple. And so it's really important to understand the mission, right? We lead with one thing. Why? Because it's simple, it moves fast. But we don't want to miss the marketplace, which is why I am so incredibly excited about Campfire. And because we get to do exactly that. Um, I was on a Zoom this morning and um, in this Zoom, I had talked about the I-25 drive, or I'm sorry, the 125 drive. And I put it in my protein drink every day now. It's 125, fulvic, greens, protein powder, and a little bit of creatine. Shake it up, boom, man, it's like, oh, yeah, it feels good. But when I said that, they're like, hey, what the heck is 125? And I started explaining it, and all of a sudden, I'm doing a commercial simply because I'm telling them what I'm doing, that I'm using other products in our marketplace. And what happens? People go buy it. What happens when that happens? Volume goes up. When volume goes up, checks go up. This is really, really simple, gang. And so, really important to understand, we're called Marketplace Global for a reason. The company name is not Fix. Really important to understand. So anyway, Karen, that was just kind of a thing that happened this morning, and it kind of tagged along with what you were saying there. Is there anything specifically you would like for me to cover, or should I just go?
You can just go because when you go, you go. So I want you to tell us. We, of course, have all been just introduced to getting around the campfire.
Yeah.
Could you kind of talk a little bit at the beginning of just the importance of that and what it will do for all of
Yeah.
our businesses?
So here's my description of what's happening right now, gang. It's like there's a 1,000-piece puzzle. All right. Byron, Jim, and I, along with the corporate team, for the last weeks, months, we've been getting pieces of the puzzle to put together daily. So we get some pieces, we put them together. Get some more pieces, and the next day put those together. And that's been happening. And we got the puzzle put together. All y'all got a 1,000-piece puzzle dumped in front of you on Sunday. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I've got this puzzle, and trying to figure out how to put the puzzle together. Some people will get it faster than others. And just understand, you're not going to really grasp the power, the full power of what this is and can be for a little while, but be okay with that. Just know that as time goes on, you'll understand it more. If you've ever had bigger teams in your past, you'll understand this faster because I think I'd mentioned this. I'm guessing a bunch of you guys were on Sunday night, but for those who weren't, On my team, there's 57,000 people on the two teams. It's a lot of people, and which is fantastic. The problem is I have a connection, a voice into maybe 4,000 of those people, maybe 4,000. That's who's in the 30 different groups that I'm part of. But of those groups, I don't know how many people actually even pay attention. So it's just that means there's 50 plus thousand people out there that I never ever get to communicate with. Now, some people are like, well, I'm really glad I don't want to communicate with you anyway. That's totally fine if that's your deal. But here's my point. Um, when you're if you've ever played the telephone game, you know exactly what it is, right? You say something and it gets changed over time. If what we're teaching on how to build big teams, if those things get diluted, watered down because other people think differently than maybe we do who have bigger teams, and they're teaching those things, then the people that are coming in on those teams never get quote unquote best practices. They're going to get whatever they get if they're plugged in at all. As certain teams grow, there might be people that come in and then they're not really about it anymore, and they don't even talk to the people that they brought in anymore, and they're just left hanging out. So we got all these different groups of people in the bigger team, and now we have the ability to put everybody into one place. Now, Blue Diamonds and above are all still going to be able to have their own campfire. So I'll have mine and people can be in mine, but Karen could have hers and you guys might just be in Karen's or whatever. It doesn't matter. So point is, Blue Diamonds and above are going to be able to have their own campfires in which they can still do all the things that they want to do, communicate with their teams and things like that. But there's going to be the bigger campfire, yeah, I guess a bigger, the corporate campfire in which we can not only train, but corporate can then drip on reps about product education, product information, new product launches. We can do testimonials. Like right now, we're really muted on how we can do testimonials because of all the regulatory issues. Well, in Campfire, particularly in the ISR Campfire, you're going to have to be a rep. Well, I don't know if regulators become reps or not. All I'm saying is we have more leeway there, so we can do more effective testimonies that we don't have to worry about getting shut down over in Campfire. There's going to be another place. I like the term guest. We have guests that we can invite in, otherwise known as prospects. To me, I would love to hear if you guys have a comment on this. I'd love to hear it. But to me, I believe somebody would like to be known as a guest as opposed to a prospect. It's just a thing for me. Maybe I've got MLM PTSD. So I'm open to that idea as well. I like that. Good. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And if I would love to see more comments on that. Okay. Yeah. Great. So my point is we're going to have a guest area. Let's call it, I'd love to call it a waiting room, and people can come in, and we're rolling some things out next week at boot camp that will tie into all of this. Some of you guys, I'm telling you what we're going to be able to do from a corporate standpoint is about to change again. Like we're going to a whole new level from a customer standpoint. That means that section of Campfire that is specifically geared toward guests, they're going to see certain marketing, if you will, but it's about products really, about the company and things like that, but it's really going to be about products. And if you're the one that invites them in, and they're connected to you within the binary, if they go ahead and purchase, you're the one that gets paid. So the goal becomes, hey, let's invite a lot of people in, and it doesn't change anything that's gone on for 70 years, meaning you got to make a list, invite, expose, follow up, and then promote the next event and duplicate. I mean, those are the things that we do over and over and over. This Campfire will amplify and accelerate your activity around those basics. Some of you will just make a list and invite people into Campfire, what's called, let me just, I'll pop it up here. Oh, can I share my screen, please? Whoever's rolling. Some people will just invite people into what's called Take Back Your Life. And that'll be fine. That'll be great. People can do that. You can do that. And people will then be able to, they'll see some stuff. And they could move into becoming a connector, a rep. So when we go, I'll come back to that in a second. Where are you? Oh, snap. That's right. I hit the wrong button and I X'd out of all of my open windows. Hang on a second here. No, where am I going?
Hello.
Oh yeah.
I'm well. How about you? Hope you're
Okay, my bad. Here we go. So we can invite people into the guest area of Campfire, which is known as Take Back Your Life, that part. And this will just be for guests. They can come in. Right now, we've just put some content here, just so you guys know. This is not forever. We've put content in here. We've got more coming in, but we haven't even launched the customer or the guest section yet. That's still being built out this week. So when we get back over here under the boot camp section, this will change after boot camp. We're just going to call it something different, not boot camp. We're utilizing it for boot camp right now because we're promoting boot camp. This is all ISRs here. But you can see here, and you guys maybe have seen some of this stuff. So we're having, different things are being popped in here. That's fantastic. We got videos, and you're going to be able to see the number of likes. When you come up here on yours, the people that are connected to you, you're going to see what they like when they like it. You're going to see what they're looking at. That's going to be a great thing. Same thing's going to happen in the TBYL, the Take Back Your Life. That's all going to happen there. So as this grows, now think about this for a second. How many of you have ever had anybody say to you, hey, where's that page? Where's that link about Pickett? Where's the doctor's video? Where is the round table? All those different things. We're going to have up in here, this is probably going to, I don't know which section it'll be in. We're going to have a doctor's lounge. Literally all the medical stuff from doctors, surgeons, naturopaths, functional medical doctors, all that stuff is going to be housed in one place. The answer will always be Campfire, 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 Campfire. Everything is going to be Campfire. Marketplace, corporate, they might run some sizzle deals. Hey, for the next 48 hours, you can buy Emulin 5 for whatever, 10% off or whatever. I'm not saying they're doing that. I'm just saying that all is going to be in there. We launch a new product like we're going to do at boot camp. It's going to be a marketplace product, not a tier one product, a marketplace product, but it's going to be perfect for the fall and winter. It's going to be perfect for that. Now, if you have teams of people and they go buy that, that means more volume for you. It's all going to get advertised and promoted all in here as opposed to emails. So literally, we're going to be able to do this. We got a little over 1,100 people in here. Personally, I believe we'll have 20 to 30,000 people in here by the time we walk out of boot camp that Sunday, because people will finally have their mind wrapped around this. I think we'll have 5,000 before we get to boot camp and then a whole bunch more after that. Now, instead of people going to your Facebook page or an upline diamond that might have 200 or 300 people in a messenger group or whatever the form they're using, they're going to be connected to 20 or 30,000 people that are all in this group and getting best practices. And corporate's going to be telling them about things that are coming up, products they could purchase, all these different things. We can go in there and do testimonials. We can do lives, and we'll be able to do live interviews and things like that and pop them right in there. People are going to get notified when those drop. When that happens, your people, the people on your team are in there seeing all this stuff. So we got a one-stop shop to not only train, educate, market to, and inspire everybody on your team. That's why I'm saying this will amplify your activity, accelerate your activity, because it's not just you anymore. It's the bigger team, and you get to leverage some of the best in the world to build your business. Whew. So that is, I'm just checking the message here. Comments, questions, thoughts? How do you want to roll with this?
Yeah, I know several probably do have questions because this is all new to everyone. So anyone who has a question, go ahead and unmute and go ahead and ask because we're blessed. We have him for a few minutes tonight. And I want you guys to all have your questions answered.
I have a quick question. I'm gonna
Okay.
pop in here first. So thank you, Terry. I am just blown away with what the potential of this has. Um,
Yeah.
I've been in over 30 marketing companies in the past, and this has been the most successful so far. But I question on this, how do we how do we invite people? And then I have just been accessing through Ace app, and it doesn't look like what you were just showing. It didn't have like where you could see Dr. Ben's video and stuff.
Yeah,
So
the,
am
the
I
TV.
seeing something different? What am
No,
I doing something wrong?
no. What's up, hon, is so that's in the TBYL. This one is not live yet. This
Oh,
section is not live yet. This is going to be for the guests. Okay. We're
okay.
gonna launch this on Sunday. Right now, the only one to focus on, gang, is getting your ISRs, your team, into this one right here. Just get them into Campfire, get them into boot camp.
And
That's
that's with that link that came
uh-huh.
in to their
Yep.
emails, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's on
So
everybody's back
not
off.
guests,
Go
not
ahead.
sorry, not guests yet.
No.
Just get our team excited.
Well, get them in so they start to see it, feel it, understand what it is. And it's
Okay.
also, just so everybody knows, I mean, yes, everybody got an email, but it's also right here in your back office. That's it right there. This
Okay.
is the invitation to that. It's everybody's got access to it. They can click right there
Okay.
and join it. And so I would highly, I'm already in, obviously, but uh, but anyway, that it's in everybody's back office as well.
Okay. That cleared that up for me.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
remember,
Thank you. And
and
I'm
one other
excited to
thing.
meet you in person.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. I like it. One other thing to note, Kayleen et al. What we have right now, listen, really, truly listen. This is not the beta version. This is the alpha version, okay? We're not even at beta
Yes.
yet, okay? We're not
Yes.
even there yet. So understand what we're doing. We're trying to bring the reps in so that we can co-create this so everybody starts to the puzzle. Oh, that's what this piece is. That's what this piece is. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm telling you, for those of you who get to boot camp, we're going to do a thing on two things on Saturday. And then by the time we get to Sunday, everybody will fully understand why this is such a big deal.
Okay.
And at that point, again, my opinion only, we'll skyrocket the numbers of people in there.
I'm excited to learn. Thank you for that. That helped.
Awesome. Do they have to enroll? Nope, they do not have to enroll. Right now, it's ISRs. I think I just answered that, John. All ISRs right now, guys. All reps right now. Okay, Candace. Okay, here we go. So look, check it out, girl. We're talking about this very thing. There is a button that can be turned on for people to see who's in there. Personally, I dislike that. And we're kicking this around. Here's why. I don't want anyone going to try to poach anyone else's people. And if the only way they're going to see right now who's in there is if somebody comments on a post. And we want to keep all of that cross recruiting crap out. Oh my gosh. We have been dealing with this for months now. And here's what happens. Let me just help you guys understand. In the beginning, God created, no, we won't go back that far. In the beginning, last year, when we started this whole thing, we started with you had to have a non-disclosure agreement to even get on a Zoom. Nobody could say one word. You couldn't say anything. Hey, man, this thing is launching up, but I can't tell you anything about it. You got to sign this non-disclosure agreement and get on the Zoom. That worked like a champ. So we did that for 6 weeks. You guys have heard some of that. I had 750 people join my team in 6 weeks before anybody even got the product. And everybody was in under NDAs. It worked well. Point is, nobody could say anything. So instead of, because a lot of people, when they invite, they start to present instead of invite. Anyway, point is, that's another training for another time. So we got all these people coming in, move, man, bam. All these people start hitting ranks, man. We got thousands, tens of thousands of people joining. Boom, rank, rank, rank. You know, somebody, I signed up and oh my gosh, I'm a diamond tomorrow. I mean, it was crazy what was going on. We had all kinds of people ranking. Well, when you get these big teams, here's what happens. We start to become known in the industry. Well, when that happens, other companies start trying to pick off your leaders. Why? Because they have access to large numbers of people and they want them in their business. And they start wooing them away. And then those people that go, they start coming after your team. And that is done. We are done with that crap. So we have this environment where we can make it what everybody wants it to be, a positive environment in which we get to again, I'm just going to keep using the term best practices. How does that look? What does it look like? Doesn't mean, again, other, leaders aren't going to be able to have their own page. They're going to be able to do that in the future. But we want to keep all the riffraff out. So the question then becomes, if we allow that to happen, and we were talking about that this morning, just so you know, if we allow that to happen, does everybody see everybody? Or because I don't think we can manage just our teams. That's the challenge. I understand exactly why you're asking, Candace. It was one of my thoughts because I went in, I was looking at the members going, hey man, I can't even see who's on my team in there. But I would prefer that over everybody getting access to everybody else. Hope that makes sense. Okay, got thumbs
Hey,
up.
Terry, didn't you tell us, I think I heard on one of the Zooms where you said whoever invites them in around the campfire, they will always be attached to that person who invited them, correct? So they can't be like persuaded to go with Tom, Dick, or Harry just because.
Yeah. So again, we talked about that this morning. It was on the same Zoom. So there's a pro and a con here. Just keeping it really real, gang. I'm a pretty transparent guy. The pro is that if you invite somebody in and do the right things, they should be connected to you. I mean, they are connected to you in ACE. Okay, I want to be clear on that. If you're bring them in, if your invite link brings somebody in, they're connected to you. That guest that comes in connected to you. Now, here's the question. Could they sign up in MPG with somebody else? Technically, yes, they could, but they would have to, get somebody else's link and things like that, technically. Predominantly, the people that invite them in are the ones that will sponsor them because anytime that if they get a marketing thing from corporate, the there's some like 5-syllable word that I can't read.
Oh no, algorithm. No,
The programmability of it all would attach a buy action to the person that invited them in. So if somebody's a guest customer and they purchase because we've promoted whatever, weight loss coffee, I'm just making stuff up. They buy that purchase, the person invited them into the Campfire will get the commission on that. That's 100%. Now, if they want to join the company, just like today, if somebody's a customer of somebody's, they can join with somebody else, but that's probably not going to happen a whole lot. And so I just want to be really clear on the fact that it's not that it can't happen, it shouldn't happen, but here's the con to it. Okay, that's the pro. Somebody invites them in, comes in through that person. The con is this. If somebody goes out and en masse invites all kinds of people in, people from like their Facebook page, and they don't know those people, but other people do, now you've got stuff. Got a little bit of tension going on. So just understand, gang, if, I'd love for everybody to do the right thing the right way. I don't have control over 100,000 people, though.
True. Yeah. And then another thing, I know through our ACE, Terry, I think it was Tom that said through our ACE, we can enroll people through ACE, correct?
Yeah.
And when we do that, they don't have to put in their social security number until they're earning
Yep.
XYZ,
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just telling y'all, 2 weeks from yesterday, 2 weeks from this past Sunday, all that changes. I'm just telling you, we're about to do something. We've been kicking it around for months, finally able to do it. I'm just telling you, when you understand that piece and Campfire, I, I'm just telling you.
It is big.
I'm just telling you. We're going to go really, really fast. Really, really fast.
Terry, can I interject for one moment?
Yep.
When you're saying cross recruiting and you're using terminology, I'm new, so I have no idea. You're talking Chinese to me as far as ACE and all that stuff. So just pardon my ignorance for now. But if I invite people onto a private Zoom, what you're saying is that they can hear the information and then someone else can enroll them, or
So the only way that would happen, Mauricio, and welcome to our family.
thank you.
The only way that doesn't really happen next to ever, unless it's a family member. There's just very, very, very extenuating circumstances that it happens every once in a while. When I say cross recruiting, what I'm saying is people will go in and try to poach people out of other people's teams to take them to other businesses. That's what I'm talking about. So they were with us for a minute. They decided to go somewhere else, whatever, grass was greener. And now they're trying to, instead of going to find new people, they want to find people who they've met in this business, in our business.
Okay, so what you're saying is right. Okay, if they're in MPG now, but if they come in and people look, hey, listen, why don't you come over to ABC? This is a better company.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I just need a clarification on that.
You bet. All right.
Anyone else?
Man, I'd love to talk about what's going to happen at boot camp, but I can't.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
We won't tell.
Oh, you got network marketers. You're going to tell everybody. That's going to go. Hey, don't say anything, but okay. Hey, don't say anything.
We're not supposed to tell you, but yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we got to keep some of it for boot camp, for the people that come to boot camp. I'm just saying, though, everybody's going to know, of course, but it's how you see it. And yes, I'm selling you on going to boot camp if you haven't made the decision right now, because how you see it that weekend will help. It will put the puzzle. You're going to have a finished puzzle coming out of that weekend instead of having 500 pieces you're still trying to put together. That's what I'm saying. And because of what we're going to do, we're going to have a whole lot more people saying yes. I mean, a whole lot more. Whole lot more people going into Campfire, where we can then start. And we use the term dripping on people. I don't know if that's offensive or not, but you guys hopefully know what I mean. We can market to them. We can communicate with them is maybe a better word, and communicate what they have access to, what they're in. And so anyway, that's all, man. We're going to be we're going to be good. It's good. That's good.
It is. It's going to be very good.
Stop recording. Okay. Like Stephanie has it. Says, just stop recording. No problem.
I have another really quick question. I have on boot camp, are they going to have any kind of a virtual, because I have some team members that's like just had surgeries, cannot travel. Will there be any kind of anything like that, or we just do our best to bring information back when we come back?
Yeah. So one of the cool things we're going to be able to do, gang, is when we're in here but particularly boot camp bites. So the trainers have the ability to pop things in here right now. And so 3 of us have actually done that. And so there'll be more. But point is, as we get closer to boot camp, we're going to start popping a lot more content in here. Things like, snippets from talks on stage, maybe a whole talk, maybe the whole thing, depending on what it is. All of that will be here in Campfire. And so the reality is we're not streaming it, and we're not streaming it because it's incredibly costly. That's number one. Number two, it just the logistics that go around with that are an issue. Number three, and most importantly, compliance. And so because if somebody's saying something from stage that isn't compliant, it can be a problem. So anyway, and I'm not, and the only person that would do that would be me, I'm sure, because I'm not Mr. Compliance. That's why I married Compliance, and she keeps me on track.
Thank you. So we'll get everybody in A's or on the campfire. I got to say this right. On campfire.
Yeah.
So Campfire is part of ACE. It's just okay. Look, let's talk about that for a second. You see, I still have all my gems here. All that stuff is right here. My network, all those different things is all here. Campfire, though, is just another tab in ACE. Now, Campfire, though, is more like a social platform, except it's for business. It's a business platform built for this business. And so we can do all the things all y'all want to do in your ATM groups, whether it's Facebook or whatever thing you use, IG or whatever it is you use, you can do all that here. The one thing you don't do here is attract, meaning make the list and invite. Those things still have to happen outside of Campfire. Then we bring the interested parties into Campfire to then start to communicate with them inside the ecosystem.
Okay.
That
So if you have like any of the ISRs that do not have ACE, can
Don't need
they
it.
still have access to the campfire?
Do not need ACE. On the back office, right there. That's what they
Um,
would go do right
By
here.
clicking on that, then that will take them to do whatever they need to do and not have to have the ACE,
Yes.
right? Just make sure that I'm telling my people right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I've lost it again. How have I lost this again? What the crud? Anyway, that the banner in the back office, it's
Yeah.
all there for all the reps. That's the thing you want that everybody has access to. They do not need ACE. They don't.
Okay.
And so if they just will go do that for free, what they're going to get is, sorry, gang. What they're going to get is just, now they can go down here and get access to ACE, but they don't need to do that. If they just click on this, what they're going to get is just Campfire right there. That's what they'll get.
Okay. That's
Now,
what I thought. That
now
helps.
let me say one other thing, because as of the 1st of November, no one will pay for ACE anymore. It's all free to everybody. At least the basic version.
Yay. I see some hands going up.
Yeah. So keep in mind, gang, and I'll try, some of you, this might not matter to, but way back when we first got started, Byron wanted a way to communicate with his team outside of social media. And I don't know if you guys have heard this, but so I got all these leaders that have their own messaging groups. I had one of 2,000 people in Telegram, and Telegram literally deleted it 2 weeks ago. They just deleted it. And I got no recourse. I'm done. I can't communicate with 2,000 people now. Thanks, Telegram. That's because I got cloned. That site got cloned, and they were using it to scam people into crypto deals. So it got reported enough that they shut both of them down. Wasn't my fault, but it's gone. Well, now I can't communicate with 2,000 people. So then I start realizing, I'm looking at my YouTube, and YouTube is deleting my YouTube videos. They're unlisted. People can't even see them if they don't have the link. YouTube's going in and deleting them. Thanks so much, YouTube. Facebook, my Facebook posts are being deleted because it doesn't meet their content. I'm doing business posts in my own page that's all business related, and Facebook is deleting those posts. This is why Byron wanted an ecosystem outside of the people who have control over it. That's why Reset and Win was even a thing. Now, it was really clunky. Get in here, go to Reset and Win, get yourself $5 a month. And then you want to get into ACE, and that's going to be $5 a month. And then where you got to learn both of them and do all this. Oh my gosh, it was so convoluted. I never taught my team. I've never promoted it ever, because I didn't want them confused. And so, but what those guys were doing was trying to create an environment that leads to Campfire. That's why Campfire is such a big deal, because they started with what they had. It was the best thing, that it was one of a couple of them that were a platform that they could do that in. But it was clunky. It was all clunky, but it was something. This is like the next evolution of that, because Brian Jewell basically saw that whole thing and was like, man, we could do this within ACE. And that's what this is. So that all stuff might mean nothing to y'all, but it's important to understand this is not just somebody thinking this up and throwing this out. This has been a thing that in 70 years in this industry, no one has been able to do, which is communicate with everybody on your team. It's never happened before.
Terry, it's Lorena from Canada. I've tried to comment in the Campfire and I get an error. Is that just something through this process of getting everything working well, or?
Yep. Only certain, where it's what's called a badge system that's coming. All that means is your rank. There's going to be a little icon for your rank. And we haven't turned that on for everybody yet. Probably in the next couple of days, you'll be able to start doing that.
Thank you.
Yep. We're just, we've learned about human nature. And so we got to protect everybody from themselves. And what I mean by that is people start getting in there, and, like we had it this morning we did the podcast that we do, the Winner's Edge podcast. And we're going through all of this stuff in ACE. And in the Q&A, we left the Q&A on, and people are like, hey, how can I sell my ticket? Hey, how can I do this? And we're like, we're talking about ACE here in Campfire, gang. Why are you asking us about ticket sales? But that's what people do.
They do. Yep, they do. Okay. Any other questions? Because I know Terry just got through with Bible study, and then he came on here, and he's probably liking to sit down and have dinner, maybe.
Nope. Going to do another Zoom presentation in 10 minutes.
Before that. Perfect. So, Terry, first of all, thank you so much. This was so helpful for all of us. And I'm grateful that you hopped on with us. And everyone, if you would, just give Terry a big hand clap. So real quick, Karen, if I could just, you guys, maybe we've gone too long. And I'm sorry about that. We're good. But real quick, gang, I want you guys to understand, particularly those of you who have never had great success here. Okay. I want you to hear my heart right now. There are some of you on here, you want more success, and you've never been able to achieve it, or at least maintain it. And it's because you're not yet sure how to lead large groups of people. When it's all on you and you're out, you hit your lid, we shut down. Humans do that. We shut down. And we stop leading. We stop doing the right things because we're not sure what to do. This tool will help you to grow, because it's not just going to be on you. You're going to have people come into your teams. And don't get freaked out by this real quick, but let me just show you something here, visual tree. So like right here, we got this binary tree thing. I'm not going to go in through all this. You got a left and a right team, and this might look like your whole team right here or something. But at some point in the future, they get this big. Obviously this is just part of it. This continues. But the point is, there are always people that are coming in on our outside team. I'm going to go through this in detail at boot camp. You got inside teams, and people show up in here, and we never get to talk to them. We don't even know they're there. But they're people who could do this. They're people who want something in life, but they never get connected. They never get connected to the vine. And because they don't get connected to the vine, their fruit withers. We need to get people connected into the vine where the best practices are. So now, as people are showing up in your teams, you may never know them. They come in and all of a sudden they're like, whoa, and they get to blossom on their own. Irregardless of the line of sponsorship that may be completely out of touch because of whatever, life circumstances, wrong timing, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Point is, there are people like that. And those people, when they show up on your teams,
Now they're going to have a place where they can learn, they can grow, they can their vision can be enhanced, they can get connected to people upline. All those things can happen, guys. So this is not about you anymore. It's about a bigger platform that we all get to help each other in. And I hope that makes sense to you guys, because this part right here is going to allow more people more success. That a girl, Dorena, you got it. Hope that made sense.
Absolutely. Well, Lorraine, I know you was trying to get that to send a whole bunch of cards, weren't you?
Oh, I wasn't, but I saw that last night. I think it's only Byron that has the
You gotta be the, I think you gotta be the one that starts the Zoom for that.
Oh, yeah, there
Candle.
goes Kayleen. Yeah. I don't know if I can. Nope. Okay, we'll have a class on that next time. How about that?
Zoom emojis.
Yes. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. I'm so grateful, and we will have this recorded. We will post it in the 14 training. So, Kendall, thank you for coming to the rescue, and Shayla, thank you. Jamie, thank you for always being here, guiding us and helping us to make things happen as well. So with that, I want to say good night to everyone. I love you guys so much. And if you don't have your ticket yet, guys, I believe this with all my heart. What we're going to learn and what we're going to see at boot camp is going to be different than we've ever seen before. And I am totally convinced, 1,000% deep in my heart, this is going to make the difference. So whatever you have to do to get there, I hope you show up, because I know what's getting ready to happen. And I want it to happen big for every single one of you. So Terry, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you in a week. That's exciting. Yes. And so many other people. You go, Kaylee.
Yeah.
So with that, good night, everyone. Thanks
Bless
for
y'all.
being here.
Thank you, Terry. Good night, everyone.